It is so interesting to note that in our gospel passage today, we have the story of the lost sheep, or the parable of the lost sheep and then the lost coin. And what's so unique about this particular gospel passage is that it's part of what we call the synoptic gospels. What I mean by synoptic gospel is Matthew, Mark, and Luke are three gospels of the four. You know, John is the fourth one, in which there are very similar stories about Jesus, almost to the point of being verbatim. And so too, this particular section of Matthew's gospel about the lost sheep is also, or the lost coins actually, is also repeated in Matthew and in Luke. But there is a twist to this gospel, which I find fascinating. In one version, we do have the woman who lost one coin, and she's searching mad to find the other one that she lost because the 99 are present, but one is missing. It's important for her, strictly very important. And when she finds it, it becomes whole again, she rejoices. Now, in Luke's version of this particular passage, it's just something else is expanded. Now, it's true. There are the coins. The woman loses a coin. She searches diligently to find the coin. And when she finds the coin, she rejoices. But there's something added to this. And what is added to this particular segment is that not only is she rejoicing over the fact that she's found the lost coin, but she also calls in all her neighbors, all her friends, everybody who will rejoice with her and say, I am so incredibly happy. I'm going to celebrate and celebrate and celebrate because a coin that was lost has now been found. Don't you see the difference? There's celebration here. There's great joy. And then Jesus even says further, there's even great joy amongst God and the heavens when one sinner, and that's what it means, when one sinner repents and is brought back to the fold. So yes, we have the story of the lost sheep, and where one is lost and he will look crazy till he finds the one, and he finds it, the lost coins. Also part of this gospel passage, if you would go on further, would be, of course, the prodigal son. So what's going on here? Okay, you can say, well, I think I know what the answer is. Well, you know, God is so happy when somebody comes back to him and says, I'm sorry. And this is very true, no doubt. There's no doubt that God is happy. The whole part about the coins and the sheep is just that. A sinner has left the fold. We have a community of believers, a community that joins us together because of the capstone known as Jesus Christ himself. And one of us decides to leave the fold, walk away from it. How far and how long, we don't know, but they're walking away from it. And they're breaking themselves away from the community. So what's happening? They're no longer part of the community in the sense that we can't pray with them anymore. We cannot break bread with them anymore. We can't share the Eucharist with them anymore. Oh, how we pray that they will come back to us. Oh, how we pray for those lost sinners who one day will turn and come back to God himself. For indeed, when that happens, there will be great rejoicing through all of heavens, not only in God, but in us as well. See the point here? When one sinner, just one, says to God, I want to come home. I'm sorry. Forgive me for what I have done. I want to come home and join the community again. And when that happens, and that forgiveness is granted, and that person walks strong and walks free and comes back to the community, there is indeed great rejoicing in our hearts. In our hearts, as there is in God's heart. And what is it that this person may have done or not, or whatever? It makes no difference. For you see, God is blind to the sin. You did something wrong. I forgive you. Just tell me you're sorry. I forgive you. And you know, that's the crux, I believe, of this very short, two little parable passages. It deals with just that. Yes, there are those within the community who have walked away from us. We call that sin. They are not part of us any longer. They don't receive the Eucharist any longer. We don't pray together as a community anymore. And they keep on walking away. Who will bring them back? We can pray for them and diligently pray for them, as that woman who lost her coins was looking so diligently for her 9 other coin that she lost, that they will come back. It matters not what the sin is, because Jesus himself said, there is no sin that God cannot forgive. None. So why are we in it? Why do we want to wallow in this? When I could be free and return home. Why? And that becomes a real perplexing question. Why do I prefer sin to God? Really? That's astonishing. But yet, that's what this gospel proposes. Sin separates you from the community. That's what he's saying. And we will pray. God will do whatever he can to try to bring that person back to the community. And when he does bring them back to the community, they do come back and they are forgiven. There is great joy in heaven, oh, for sure. As there is great joy with us who welcome back our wayward sinner to home, where he or she belongs. That's the meaning of this gospel. So simple, isn't it? Yet, so profoundly challenging, and why we need to pray. Why we need to pray and pray and pray for those who have decided to walk away from us. Why we need to pray to bring them back. All it takes is for them to say to God, I am sorry.